My name's Dave Bauman. I live here in Lancaster City, work in Harrisburg for the dark side, the Department of Education. Thank you. Well, at least there's somebody here thinks we do something good. I'm set whenever you're ready. Okay, I'm here to talk about Movember. It was 1 year ago this week, tomorrow actually, that I had surgery for prostate cancer. So needless to say, I've learned quite a bit about myself, and along the way I've learned about Movember, and I had a wake for myself. When I got word from my doctor that I had cancer, I really didn't hear too terribly much. This was it. All I heard was cancer, surgery, cancer, cancer. Afterwards, it was edges, cancer, surgery, treatment. Nothing really made too much sense. About a week after having been diagnosed, I had a dinner with a bunch of people. The host asked us to say what we would tell people if we could tell the world anything in 20 seconds. Be kind, be nice, treat others the way you'd want to be treated. They got to me and I said, it really doesn't matter. Heads turned and they go, what do you mean it really doesn't matter? And I said, just think about it. It doesn't matter. Now, there are different kinds of cancer and we treat them differently. We think of pink, October, breast cancer, yeah. But what is there for prostate cancer? There's nothing. It's Movember, all right? So I also learned the medical system does not have a sense of humor. So when I went in for my biopsy, the guy was explaining, I said, oh, you're drilling for core samples, and I got a weird look. Or when I went in for the preoperative procedure, they said, do you have any concerns? And I said, you mean other than death and dying? There was a pause, and they wrote down anxious on the form. The nurse practitioner was explaining what happens when they remove the prostate, cut the urethra, and they said, a few of you may, when you get home, you may notice your penis is a little bit smaller. And I just raised my hand and I said, I got some veins here, 2 inches, that's all you got to take, and you can put them in there. She didn't like that. There's no sense of dignity or pride. Anything and everything was put into an orifice that I had. So that's basically it. For the first time, I pretty much felt hopeless. There was nothing I could do to help, but I had friends. A wonderful friend who got my nurse to get me my glasses and phone so I could call the kids. A dear friend took me home, got meds for me. Remember last winter? I had to trek around, did the old man shuffle through the snow to market to get my exercising. Music's incredibly important to me. You remember last year about this time, a couple weeks here, Roots and Blues Festival. I was shuffling around from one venue to the other. Music was incredibly important. It was the one time I forgot about the pain. I forgot about cancer. It was music. So here we go, all the different groups. The last night, and I'll get ahead a bit here, Johnny Winter and James Cotton played together. Had to go see them. And going from the convention center to 3 blocks to my house, I kept saying to myself, Dave, this is stupid. You aren't going to make it. They're going to find you in a snowbank. No, you got to do it. You can do it. But I did. Oh, the other thing, the wake, this was really interesting. Most of all, I needed a celebration and a party. So I invited all kinds of people. Needed people there, colleagues, friends from years and years from high school. Rented Shank's Tavern. I should have rented it here, but I didn't. It was the perfect place to be. And the first day they had available was November 1, All Saints Day, Dia de Muerto. Okay, Day of the Dead is a bit over the top. I couldn't do that, but it was the first day of Movember. Right? It was time to get the mo out. So I sent the invitations out, and I never expected the reactions that I got. The invitations were very simple. All it said on it was, you're invited to Dave Bauman's wake. It's a celebration of life. Not my life, but a celebration of life. This is it. Said what Movember was, and it was right there in front of them. The responses were amazing. Oh, cool. Now I know why I like you, because of your sense of humor. It's a party. We're there. Some people said, are you going to say goodbye? Most of all, they came out of curiosity. My brother from New York City happened to be in Lancaster and ran into somebody, and I got a phone call from them, and it was really interesting. They heard I was dying. They stopped by, called me up on a Sunday morning, can we talk? They wanted to know what was going on. So the thing that was real interesting, I found, is people need celebrations. When people walked into the place, there were mustaches that everybody had to wear. They were pink, they were brown, they were green, all different colors. People came from 400 miles away. There are a number of people who couldn't attend. One person because his brother in Houston was undergoing chemo for bladder cancer. A dear friend had chemo in Pittsburgh. They couldn't be there, but the cool thing was, 8 o'clock that evening, over 30 people from San Francisco to New York City raised a toast to life. And there are pictures set all over. So, what have I learned? It really doesn't matter. Now, that's not really true. There are some things that matter. And the things that matter are those things that are life-giving. When you do something for someone else, no matter how small it is, it's life-giving. And all you got to do is look around here and see who's here. So ask yourself, is it life-giving? That's the only question you need to ask. If it's not, it really doesn't matter. Now, there is a second annual wake being held in October when I learned about my cancer. And it's time to keep celebrating. Last week, I got notice that I'm completely clean, completely free of cancer. So everybody needs to celebrate and have a circle of life around us all. Thank you.